Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Wait a minute. What's going on now? Hold on. Hold on. The sister got a banner up. Hey, everybody. Let me take this banner down. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's a lot going on in these streets. Happy Memorial Day. Hey, Life with Jamila, Queen Diva, Kimberly back. And let me tell you something. I love every one of my moms, but my girl is here today. She's always been with me from day one. That's my red bone. It's so good to see you, sugar. You know I love you. We stay in contact. Hope you having a great holiday weekend, but I love each and every one of y'all. V, thank you so much for the super chat, baby girl. Thank you, everybody who's joining me today, because there's a lot going on. There's some wars going on, and I ain't in it. That's the good thing about being solo dolo for real. That's the good thing about having a decorum. Not to say they won't come after you because they just want to come after you, because there's a war on these streets. But you stay in your lane, in your mind, your business. Life with Jamila. Happy holiday, sugar. You stay in your lane and your mind, your business. And even though we love shit shows and chaos, you have to be very careful, especially now. Now, they trying to say who started it, who started this. I don't care who started the strike, and all I know is that they striking. They striking and they taking down channels. But, as I sit back and I really observe everything that's going on, let me tell you something about being a content creator. In all that you do, no matter how big you grow, always be humble. Be humble. And I think when these people grow so big, they get so nasty and arrogant, and the more shittier the show is, the more arrogant they become, the bigger they grow. And so they get targets on their back, and it can happen to us, little content creators as well, ones that stay in their lane and don't have all that's going on. But I know that's what we're here for, is the entertainment. Again, all money ain't good money, like all entertainment ain't good entertainment. That's what I'm just going to say. So I've been peeping out what was going on, but I said last week that they were coming for some people. They were coming for some people, and people are being set up, and you need to watch the people you surround yourself with. And I'm going to stand on that. See, everybody is not your friend. Thank you, Life with Jamila. Love you. Everyone is not your friend. And how they say everybody in the front row is not it's not cheering for you. And I believe that. I truly believe that a lot of these people are being set up, and the difference in the beef sector. Let's talk about the beef sector, because the beef sector is one that's really going down. Yeah, they going down. This is just the beginning. I want y'all to know this is just the beginning. Each time you have a shit show and you allow people to come on your platform and say and do what they want and target other people and use your platform, because you, V. Lachey, I answered your question, Sugar Wooger. You are the platform owner. So you allow these things to go on your platform. So they're going to hold you accountable. See, if Diva get up here, V Lachey, and everybody get up here and they start slinging bees, and I just sit back and just let everybody enjoy the show. Yeah, the people are probably enjoying the chaos and the drama, but you responsible for the guest that comes in your home. Is no different with this. And see, one thing about us, and I'm gonna say for myself, everybody don't read the guidelines. Everybody really don't read the YouTube guidelines, but it's people here who know the YouTube guidelines in and out, right? So everybody is wondering what happened at Lemons. Now, I was up last night and I was over at Lemons, and I usually don't drop down when I am up. I just stay up in the bushes, the clouds, because I just don't want to get in the bullshit and I just don't want to go back and forth. But we was telling Lemon, guard yourself. Lemon, pay very careful attention. See, because everybody come on his platform don't like him. Some people are purposely there to cause division, to cause chaos, and to help cause destruction to his channel. And because he has a hard head, it's going to be easy for him to get. But last night he got shook. He got shook. Thank you for helping me meet my target. We're going to do a Messy Members Live. Thank you so much. He got a little shook, so he wanted to end his live. But what happened was he had that very demon who's sitting next to him, who's helping to destroy him. For some reason, he feels so comfortable with her. Why? I don't know. But that's on him. That's their relationship. That he's not paying attention. She's part of his problem. She's part of his problem, not his solution, his problem. See, because she want him to go down. And when he went down, wasn't nobody helping him, but he still can't see the forest for the trees, because I think the good part of him wants to really be friends with some of these people who don't give a damn about him. They coming for his channel. They done did it once, but they coming again. And they were in the chat. They was in the chat warning him, you got her up on your platform, you next. And that's what they meant. And so when Lemon finally realized, see, he finally realized that they was coming after her, but anybody associated with her, they said anybody they let her on their platform, they gonna snatch their shit. See, these people are professional at this shit. See, they must know the guidelines, they must have a team, and they know what to do. And so when you allow these people to come on your platform and start talking about their kids, talking about them, and they gonna come for you. So finally he started getting nervous. He's, I don't know what's going on, but I'm about to go. I'm about to go. And she hops up there, see, because they had already messed with Uppity where she was at. See, Uppity came across my feed. I really don't watch Yuck Mouth, but I just, when I saw her, because everybody had been looking for her, I went over there. Hey, Miss LA, Grown Folks TV, you tried to warn them, but I think, brother, you took a long time trying to get out what you were saying, but I heard you warn them. How you doing? So anyway, they had already went over there and threatened Uppity. So what did she do? She got off of Uppity's because Uppity had to private her shit or whatever she did, because the girl said we already got what we want. Now I was following them. I was following them, sisters. They said we already got what we want, and we gonna come for your channel next. So Uppity got scared because, you know, that tramp stamp just dropped off her live. Uppity didn't know what was going on. She dropped off her live. So they was telling her to end it in private, and that's what she did. But they said we already got. That's what y'all got to remember. They already got what they need. They just gonna start to strike and make sure that your channel is gone. That's all they gonna do. They, anytime you run a live, somebody is up there taping. Other than StreamYard, somebody is up there taping your live. So if it gets diabolical crazy or they want to take your channel down, then that's what they gonna do. So they had already had it. So they made her shook. So she ran her ass over to him. Now he was over there going at it with not Mr. West, with Noble. He don't even know what's going on, and somebody drop him in the back. Hey, they just took Uppity's live, or Uppity just private her live. So she gonna bring the shit over to his, and she gonna start going again at the very same women who just warned her. And don't tell me she don't read the chat. Nah, she just wants y'all to be proud of her downfall. But see, I think the downfall comes from, this is just my opinion, I could be wrong, of when people get so comfortable, they get so arrogant, they get so nasty, you know, that they talk shit to the subs, they talk shit to other content creators like they the biggest thing, they the best thing since sliced bread, and everybody else is beneath them. You put a target on your back when you talk reckless like that. See, because everybody's not going to stand by and allow you to keep attacking their character, or like they nobody over here. Everybody in the beef sector carries the beef sector. The subs carry the beef sector. So when one content creator is gone, they just gone. Yeah, now they loyal supporters will miss them and all that other stuff, but they just gone. That don't stop the beef sector from moving. It's going to evolve. It's going to go around. They're going to go past you because you're not all that you think you are. And that's a fact. You're not all that you think you are. Hey, DC, Ray Black, thank you. You're not what, you know, you talk about everybody, you down everybody, you act like, now you are out there. But it's something strange that I think they was trying to tell us. Now, I don't know personally if the girl channel is gone, because you know why? I don't give a damn. I don't support her. So I don't care if she here, or if she's here, come back or never come back. It's not going to make me know, never mind, because I don't like her. I don't fool with her, and I don't care. But she got some people that's really, really thinking that she's top cream. She cream of the crop over here, and she's not. And so I don't know if her channel, some people are saying she may be demonetized. She might be hiding her channel. I don't know. I'm not a member. Like I said, I don't watch. I'm just going on hearsay. Whatever it is, she's not around. And it doesn't make me know, never mind. I don't give a damn if she ever come back. I don't like her just that much. So I don't care. Now, I don't wish no one, and this is the truth. Well, nope, I'm about to lie. God damn it, I caught myself. I'm about to lie. I don't care what happened. I don't care if they do take food out her mouth, if they take her money. I mean, she brought this on. She brought this on herself, you know? So I mean, I hate that they snatching channels like that, to be honest, but that's what they do. And I think they done ran into their match, because who's ever doing it know exactly what they doing. They know when to do it, how to do it, and they're going to continue to do it. And you guys better be very careful, content creators, who you do let on your platform. Back to V. Lachey and my conversation through comments, through our commented. You are responsible for your platform. Don't let nobody tell you different. I am solely responsible for what goes on my platform. And some people will purposely come on your platform to cause chaos. Now, I believe they setting people up, but I ain't telling people what to do. But YouTube cameras, Queen, you be careful out there. You standing, but I noticed you had to private some of your videos as well. See, you had to private some of yours. So you just be careful. The content creators need to be careful. Don't let them on your platform to get you in the middle of shit. Just stay out of it. If you don't drop your link, just don't drop your link. If you think they even gonna come up, you don't even want that shit to, you know, fall on you now, because they coming. And I don't know if they trying to just flag the whole beef sector. It's terminated. Oh, see, he knew. He was trying to tell us yesterday. So now if your channel is terminated, from my understanding, that means you're not supposed to be on YouTube. And so people want to know, well, how can they come for other people's just because they have them on the panel? Because that particular person is not to be on YouTube. They're not even supposed to be on no backup channel. When they terminate you, that means YouTube, according to their guidelines, is through with you. You could no longer be a content creator, even though we know people channels get snatched and they start channels over and over. I do believe that if it gets reported to YouTube, they will continue to terminate your channel until you just go get tired. But people ain't paying attention. So she went from over uppities after they, okay, all right, thank you. He said they could take any chat. So she went from uppities because they had shook uppities ass, and them ladies was in that chat telling them, B, I'm coming for you next. I'm coming for your channel because you are allowing this person to spew all this hate and dragging and gagging or whatever you call on us. So we coming for your channel next. So uppity done private her shit, but they probably already got what they want if they really wanted to go after her channel, you know. And I don't think, and I could be wrong, I don't think you have to have 3 strikes for them to terminate your channel. I think if YouTube deems something necessary as far as you didn't follow guidelines, they can just take your shit. They could demonetize you. Because I've been to other areas and I've heard people say, hey, I got demonetized because I had too many these reaction videos or this happened, and they didn't get no bunch of strikes. I think they just got out of there. So anytime you went from uppities over to lemons and you start doing the same shit, to me, she trying to set lemon up. See, I believe she the type of person I think she the type of person that if I can't have you, can't nobody have you type of thing. So if my channel can't survive, I'm just gonna go on other people's channel and destroy them and start talking the same shit to the same people who snatch my channel so they can snatch yours. But they feeling kind of good now because after Lemon went on the second channel, I went over there to see what was gonna be said over there. She never showed up, but she was on Shakim's. See, I support Shakim. So Shakim, I got his alert. I went over there and guess what she was doing? She was talking shit on Shakim's about the same women. Now, Shakim is smart. Shakim is smart, I think, when it comes to YouTube. I'm not too sure because I know he was part of this striking game before, you know? But I need y'all to be very careful because we really don't know who's striking who. Ironically, Lemon had lives on this very topic. Wasn't this a debate topic or content? Oh, okay, you right. They said this setup been in work since then. I do believe it. And I believe that the very people that these content creators are skinning and grinning with, allowing them to run amok on their platform, thanks to YTC, I believe they the very people that's setting them up. See, we don't know who's really striking. We know some people are taking, I know some people are taking credit, but some people are sitting back not taking credit for it. But she was talking about how now, you know, they got this thing that they go on this rotation. See, they talked about the triangulation, but then she wanted to do the rotation. Now, I like Brooke. I like Brooke Malik. I don't have anything against Shakim and them. You know, the rest of them I don't fool with. Fuck Dory, fuck Uppity. That's just how I feel. I don't have 2 cares for them, none whatsoever. So let me tell y'all. She over there telling them, see, because I watch Shakim's. She over there telling them that she's just going to be on everybody's platform. Oh, I'm going to be on your Shakim. So her whole little entourage was over there, you know, because they follow. One thing about it is follow. Here go Kimberly. Y'all grab that. Everybody grab that who's a content creator who wants to know about it. My mod is on and she telling you. Here's more detailed breakdown, YouTube termination. So anywho, she was over there telling them, yeah, I'm just going to be on y'all platform because I'm good. And you know how dry it was. And when I'm not here and I'm this and I'm that, and I'm just going to be on y'all platforms. No, y'all watch out for it. See, she's that type that if she go down, she want the whole goddamn ship to go down. See, because she thinks she's at the helm. See, she is really trying to control shit. She was over there telling them basically what to do. I said, well, ain't this a B? Look at her over here. Now, Shakim, like I said, he's good with her. I support him. I don't have a problem with him. But Shakim, let me tell you something. You do you, brother. I ain't got nothing to do with y'all relationship. She says she love you. She gonna look out for you. It's gonna be you, her, Uppity, and Dory. All y'all gonna be in the rotation. Because you work so hard to destroy the triangulation. That y'all worked so hard to destroy the triangulation. Now she's over there starting the rotation. That's what she started. That's what she started. So y'all could go ahead and let this person on your platform to spew all that hate, and y'all keep having those shows, dropping your link, letting people get up there, talk about other people, kids, their people. You are the content creator. Just remember that. And you're responsible for your channel and the way people conduct themselves on your channel. And yes, we do like drama and chaos, but sometimes it gets to be too much. And a lot of times you putting your channel at jeopardy. And like I said, I like YTC, but sister, just be careful. I love your recap. You know I'm a member and I'm gonna support you. And I can't tell you what to do, but it looks like you getting, yeah. Anytime you gotta take your videos down, that should make you, sis, a little uncomfortable. You know, I don't care about people skinning and grinning in your face and all that shit. You just need to watch people. Everybody ain't your friend. So she needs the ship to sink to be validated. Exactly. She needs the ship to sink. She don't want y'all to survive, but she does this every 60 to 90 days. Well, she probably do. But Grown Folks TV, and they say Lady Dimple said the channel is terminated. She said the channel is terminated, but she has the backup, and they was telling her, well, go on your backup. See, this is my question as a content creator and, you know, just trying to peep game and see what's really going on. Because I called it. I said it, I think my last live, that they was coming for channels and they was going to come for a lot of channels. They on a warpath now. You done pissed whoever the flag team off. And then Envy was saying, hey, I don't know, YouTube camera, if it's the same flag, if it's the same flag team like before, they bad. Hey, ODS Sugar, happy holiday. If it's the same flag team that it was before, they are reckless. They well put together and they reckless and they gonna snatch channels. So I'm just saying it's best that if you are a monetized channel holder and you want to keep your monetization in your channel, because it's hard work. Now, it's easy for some of us, like a Pizarro, a ODS. Now that I see you, baby, I'm just saying you, Ness, you know, if it happened to Spiller Boy or some other people who really got a great sub following, it's easy for them to rebuild, but it ain't easy for some of us little content creators to rebuild. That's what I'm saying. So you don't even want to get in that shit. I'm like Bertha May. I ain't in it. I ain't in it. Whenever some beef really goes on down here and I see it get too dark, you know, because I've always said I ride solo. And that's the truth. I ride solo. I don't ride with no camps. So I'm not fighting nobody battle. Nobody ever fought my battle. Now, people have said on my behalf, yeah, Miss T is right, or so-and-so, or Miss T didn't do that, or Miss T, you know, but as far as fighting a battle, nobody fights my battle. I'm not really out here to fight anybody's battle. I'm out here to offer entertainment. That's what I'm here to do. I have a certain decorum over here. Yeah, it gets a little out of hand. I have had some little minor shit shows, but now when you start getting too out of, no, I just cut the live or drop you. It's easy to just drop somebody to my, oh no, I can't control. No, I can't control what they say. Oh no, it was going so wild. I just couldn't control it. I mean, that's what they say. Oh, it's good. You keep telling people, stop. Don't say that. Don't call Yaggis. Don't call this. Don't talk about people because you shouldn't have to keep wanting nobody to do a goddamn thing. Just drop them. Because you know why? Because you allow that to go on because you want that type of show. Because you're getting money, you have the numbers, so you want that shit show. And so now you have to take what comes along with the shit show. There's warnings out there. They were warning Lemon, you next. You next. You got her up there. We coming for yours. Uppity, we coming for you. Everybody platform now. I didn't see him over in Shakim's. So they may be cool with Shakim. They might like Shakim, who's ever doing it. Because I didn't see them over there. But she just said she's going to get on everybody's platform and she's going to support everybody. Listen, the people that I banned from over here or I don't like, I thank God that they can't come over here. They could keep that shit somewhere else. They could give me some other way, but they won't get me by them being on my platform. That's for sure. But I believe that these content creators are being set up. I believe YTC is being set up. And I definitely rock what you said. I believe Lemon is being set up. I believe Uppity was being set up. I believe that these people are being set up. And yes, some people believe association bring on simulation. I don't believe that. Not all the time, but association bring on simulation. But the real question is, if they kill over here, say for instance, if they come over here and they strike everybody's channel and people get demonetized because people here to make money. Come on now, help me meet my goal. In fact, help me meet my goal. Thank you to the people who already helped me. Thank you, and thanks for the membership. Help me meet my goal. But anyway, I do believe that they're on a warpath and they're just ready to take down a lot of channels. Now, I remember, I don't know if y'all remember, because it's been a couple of years now. We were warned by a lot of people. You know, certain people just don't fool with. They diabolical. They know how to terminate your channel. They know how to get you demonetized. They know how to do all that. Just don't fool with them. And see, I don't think people in the beef sector, since I've been going after people's channels to strike their channels. But I heard Pizarro said they warned Pizarro. Somebody said it. I think she said the Tramp Stamp warned her that she was going to strike her channel. Thank you, K. Gador. Hey, baby. And so I think this is just the beginning for some people. They set themselves up by being arrogant. You give a flag of what they see. Now, y'all may not like it, but I agree with that. But let me tell you, they set themselves up. But let me say this, Grown Folks TV. I believe people are purposely jumping on other people's platforms, starting chaos between people so they can say something. See, you know, if you poke and prod at certain people that you already know, we all been watching, so we know people's response. So you get on a platform, say for instance, with Lemon, because you go over there to Lemons and y'all always get into, you already know what's going to happen. So if you purposely go up there, and I'm just saying you hypothetically, because I know you and Lemon go back and forth. If you purposely go up there, you already know how he's going to react. Goosebump said it 2 years ago. We ain't seen Goosebump 2 years. Yeah. So if you go, you already know how Lemon and the people in the chat will react. So this is where I say sometimes people are getting set up because you already know if you have two people on your platform that don't get along, you already know what's going to come out their mouths. A bunch of bees, a bunch of yaggots, your mama a whore, your dead mama, your cancer stricken ass, just all kind of crazy. You already know that's going to take place. You know, you already know. So you allow that to happen. You know what? It would be great if, for real, I know we like the entertainment. I know we like the mess, but I think it's going overboard. I ain't gonna say it's getting darker because it's been dark, it's over here, but it's just getting to be too much sometime when you go. Thank you so much, Miss Sandra. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, to spit on people, just nasty shit that come out their mouth. And like I said, I think this comes from arrogance. I think this comes from ungratefulness. I think this comes from not being humble and you having a big head thinking you the world's best content creator over here. Thank you, Ghetto Fabulous. I believe that's what this stuff comes from. And then people start targeting you. When you think that you can't be set down, you can be set down. And the reason why I know, because we're seeing it now. We are seeing it now. So you guys could continue. You could continue to go on, Lemon, whoever else. Y'all could go on and continue to have them shit shows and not put a certain decorum. You know, it's always cool. Listen, we always could entertain and get down and, you know, drag and cut somebody. But some things you shouldn't allow. You know, some things you just shouldn't allow on your platform, you know? So again, I think they coming for some people over in this sector. And like I said, some people can rebuild, you know, quickly, and some people can't, you know? So they just need to be very careful. And again, you can have a main page, right? And I think this is a misunderstanding. And I want to say that Grown Folks TV corrected me, and Kimberly put in some information. You can have a backup channel, but if they terminate your main channel, they can terminate your backup channel instantly just by somebody reporting at you on your backup channel. Okay. All right. He said that's the reason why you use hooker, you hooker. Now, you know, like I said, you're not supposed to be on YouTube, period. And I know a lot of people. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Kate Kajor. DeJour. I think it's karma too, Fee Brown. I think it's karma. Talking all that shit, and now your ass is down in the dumps. And like I said, for some people, see, because I don't want to lie, I wouldn't want their channels to go down, you know, and people get, but for some, I don't give a shit. You reap what you sow. You talk all that shit. You spit all that what they venomous shit out here, and now it is what it is. You deal with it. And every time, I believe, every time a person go live, that's why I believe Tramp Stamp ain't go on her backup channel. Is because they coming for that channel as well, if they haven't gotten it already. So she go live on there, they coming for her. Lemon, everybody sitting next to you is not your friend. You have a lot of snakes, but I know we've told you before, and you still go continue to be Lemon and do what you want, and nobody's going to try to tell grown folks what to do. But I saw a few people saying this is unfortunate. No, it's not. The law of reciprocity, karma. Say it, RNY. That's why I don't feel bad. That's why I don't feel bad. I'm okay. I'm okay. You know, it is what it is. Our reminders of chaos they participate in. Yeah, you read what you saw. Hey, TC, happy holidays to you and RNY TV. Yep. And so I don't, you know, like I say, it's an unfortunate thing for them, but they participate in this, and this is what they get. They got him over there so nervous. He shut down one live, went to another live. Then he said, "Oh, I gotta go." He shook because they after his page next. Now, people call dog whistles all the time. I don't particularly care for dog whistles, and I don't want to say this, but I think if Lemon keep hanging around, hold on, you guys. I just think that I just think it's more to come, and I would be very careful as a content creator to let certain people on my platform. YTC, she was scared to drop her link. I saw her when she was, I think she was gonna go off, or she may still be on, but she said, I don't even want to drop my link because she done had some shows over there, and those people done carried some of the stuff over on her platform, and I believe she had to private her lives. But again, you can private your lives if you don't delete them. Oh, that's right. Ugly deleted her. She told Shakim she deleted it because they was telling her to delete it. Because if you private it, they still could get it. They already done snatched what they need. So y'all just be very careful. Let's not forget the debate over at Lemons. Mel sat there and said to Lemon, UCCs will be held accountable for the things said on your platform. Warning comes before the destruction. I remember that. And somebody brought that to my attention earlier up in the chat. Yep, that lady Mel said that. Now, I'm not going. Now, let me tell you something. Just because we don't see someone, thank you again, Sugar. Just because we don't see someone doesn't mean that they're not around. Sometimes people, some people are on here. Oh, it was you, JB, right? People on here we see and they taking credit for doing certain things, but some people we don't see that's doing shit in the background. I can almost guarantee you that we ain't seen them, you don't hear from them, but they doing shit in the background. They doing stuff in the background. And here's the craziest thing. If you don't come out and admit it, or tell us who part of the flag team, or tell us who's striking pages, or tell us who working with you, we'll never know. We will never know. It'll be just the guessing game. They ain't paying attention yet. But she did warn us. Yep. And they talked about that extensively on that debate. And like I said, they got Lemon, but he got his channel, he got his backup, but it was some warnings fired yesterday in his chat. And I think after someone must have said something to him in the back, that's when I believe he said, I got to go. Okay, y'all, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to end this one, and I'm going to start another one. And he started the next live, you guys, the next live for Tramp Stamp to come up there, and she never even showed up. And he was waiting for her to come over there because he was so dead set on dropping her backup channel and supporting her. She got right up there and talked shit to him. Talk shit to, and see, one thing I'm gonna tell you where you was wrong. Now, I don't like the chaos demon, but she was coming, and that's between them. If he let on his platform, that ain't me, but she was coming to tell him exactly what happened. Tramp Stamp jumps up there and tell him, put her down, put her down, put her down. And he was like, oh, wait, I'm trying to see what's going on. I'm trying to, then she drops well, no, he didn't drop Chaos Demon. She said, I'll just get down. I just was coming to tell you, but I'll get down. And she got down on her own. She got down on her own. However, who the fuck is she to come up there? See, she wants to run everybody. That's why she wants to start that rotation, because she was over there calling shots on Shakim's. See, she wants to run everyone's channel. She wants to be the ring. She's the ringleader of some of this bullshit. And she want to be top dog so bad that she came right on Lemons telling him to drop J Dunn. Drop her. Drop her. And then she was fucking fake crying. They took my channel. Hey, Jilly Jill. They took my channel. Drop her. Drop her. I'm heartbroken. He was like so confused. You know what? Sometimes you got to wonder if they all running the play on us or they all a part of this shit. Because ain't no way in hell he really believed that girl was crying. She could cry at the drop of a dime because she's an actress. She's a YouTube actress. He's a YouTube actor. They done admitted it. So she could cry at the drop of a dime. So when she came up there crying, I was still in the bushes. Then finally I dropped down and said, Lemon, be careful. I said, protect your channel or something. Pay attention to what's going on. She bringing this shit over here now. She pretending. Now she's coming over here trying to control you, telling you to drop J Dunn. J Dunn just came up there. You let her up there, Lemon. You let her up there. And then you had her get on your platform and tell you to drop her. She wanted to talk about her channel. She wanted to talk about her. Then she had the audacity. See, this is where I tell you, she really thinks she top shit around here and she controls it. She had the audacity to call you a scammer. I said, well, I be damned. Yeah, I'm not like you and Pizarro. Y'all scammers. He said, hold up. He caught on to it. Then he went to get into it. She said, yeah, y'all scam people. And then hold on. Lemon caught on to that. Oh, thank you, Queen Diva. I appreciate the gift of membership. He caught on to that, and then he started to go back and forth with it, but then he held up on it. And he allowed her to do her thing. And then Maz, drop her link. Drop her link. I'm supporting you. And these people, I ain't gonna call them no names because they subscribers and they loyal subscribers. They loyal subscribers. No, he was trying to help you. He really was trying to help you. He said, yeah, I'm trying to help you. But you had the nerve to get on there and talk shit to him. I would have dropped your ass and not gave a damn about whether your backup channel people went over there or not. And you begging for money. Everybody who's a content creator, a member, please just send me the membership. That's why I don't know, but grown folks say the channel is terminated. He said he checked. Lady Dimple said it's terminated. So, it must be terminated. But thank you so much, Queen Diva, for the gifted membership. So it must be terminated, right? However, she's asking the people with memberships, and you'll have some who do it, because this is no lie, you guys. Hey, K-Fit, happy holiday, Sugar Wooger. Give Jax a kiss and a hug, baby. You have people who's going to support you regardless, and I do thank the people who has my membership, who kept my membership, because, I appreciate them when I took my little sabbatical. And again, you guys, things is turning around again. My husband is back in the hospital, but that's another story. He back in the hospital. So anywho, you have people who's loyal supporters and who really support you. And I appreciate all my members who stuck with me. Some left. And again, I'm not going to ever sit here and say I blame them, because I didn't do anything for them. I haven't played the casino, but I'm going to do a membership messy live. Thank you, K-Fit. I appreciate it. But yeah, back in the hospital again. So again, hopefully I'll try to make it here, but my time is spent with taking care of him. That's my priority. Okay? That's my priority. Hopefully we'll get some answers. And I thank you for the prayers. I don't like to come on here and tell my business, because you got some sick people on here who will use that against me. But it doesn't matter what you use against me. If God be for me, who can be against me? No weapons formed shall prosper. So with that being said, I appreciate your prayers. But so hopefully I could continue on, but that has taken a lot of my time. And that's why I hadn't been on YouTube. Okay. That's why I haven't been on YouTube. And maybe I'll tell the story on my membership, what's going on. But I'm hanging in there. He's hanging in there, and it's all, it's all good. But yeah, so people are running scared. I don't think people don't want to do lives. I think if you're a content creator, you should always strike while the iron is hot. You should come on and deliver your content. You do have supporters. Build up your supporters. But like it is what it is. You got people scared to drop their links. Nah, I ain't gonna drop my link, but I ain't scared to drop my link, because I'll just kick your ass off when you start getting reckless, because I got a certain decorum over here, and people I don't fool with, they'll never have the opportunity. But yeah, she up there telling him what to do. Now she gonna go to everybody else's channel and jeopardize other people's channel, but that's on them. If they let her up there, she went up there talking about them same two ladies who warning people, you know, who she into it with. And they always told you, you responsible for your channel, and they coming after you. They go come after you. They rest assured they are not going to stop until they see the people who they have an art with gone or their channel's gone. And it's a shame because you say, well, you know, don't be in fear. Don't do that. You know what? You build your channel. You work hard for your channel. You work hard for your channel. You know, you have supporters who want to see you. Don't throw yourself in the middle of somebody else's bullshit, because I'm not. I'm not. I'm staying right in my lane, but I'm going to give my commentary on what I want to give it on, and I won't allow people to do things that I've never allowed them to do on here, and that's all, and that's it. But yeah, today I'm cooking out. I'm about to go visit, and then I'll come back, and me and my kids and stuff, we all cook out, my grandkids, and I'll just go back and take a plate. And it is what it is. I will try to come on here. K-Fit, it was good to see you on. I was over in Room Shakers too, and Hershey and Brooke was getting into it. K-Fit had shared it out. I went over there, and I'm subscribed to Room Shaker, and her and Brooke was getting into it. Hershey and Brooke. I was like, wow, they was over on Room Shakers. But yeah, let's see. That's all I wanted to say is that just stay in your lane, let people fight, you know, watch who you let on your well, thank you, baby. Watch who you let on your platform. You do, you really do. And sometimes it's good that you are a smaller content creator and you do your thing and just stay out the way. They gunning for the big dogs. I don't even think. But I told you too, and this is the God honest truth, y'all. I don't have to lie. I can show you. I got a strike. So oh, okay. I got you, sugar. I got a strike on and they took the video down. And that video, y'all, had been up 3 or 4 years, and they took it down. So I don't know if somebody went through my stuff. Hey, Vericare. I don't know if someone went through my stuff and saw a video that didn't belong to me, and they struck it. But yeah, YouTube, I got a strike. So I need to be very careful. But then, you know, I ain't going to let all that bullshit up here. I don't care who it is. I don't want to hear it. I don't want anything to do with it. Y'all continue to keep going after who y'all going after. We already know who they have a beef with. Just keep going after them. Hold on. Let me make sure this Kimberly, baby, because you know, Kimberly, hold on. They doing some funky stuff around here.
Good morning. Good morning. It's
Good
me.
morning, sugar. Thank you for joining me, beautiful queen of mine.
Of course, of course.
What's up?
I just wanted to express my perspective as a subscriber. Of course, as an OG subscriber. Don't start barking. Don't
Oh,
do it.
that's right. An OG subscriber who supports everybody damn near. Go ahead.
And I do subscribe to everybody, especially those that are beef sector, the OG beef sector, and some of the newer ones. Not all of them, but some of the newer ones as well. And I think it's very unfortunate. I understand we've had strikes in the past, but this is a different. This feels different than those strikes in the past. And a lot of some of the strikes are coming from people that are outside of the beef sector.
I think so.
But also some of them, of course, we know those who are claimed they're the ones that actually done the striking. But it's unfortunate for the subscribers. And you know, they want to say it's the subscribers' fault because they go and support those people. And I feel like it's the CC's fault for allowing the certain people to come up when they know that they are hot. They're not even tempered, or they don't have the ability to control themselves as far as doxing and saying people's names and putting people's address and phone numbers and all that kind of stuff out. But the people that it hurts the most two are the subscribers, especially those subscribers that are neutral, that enjoy the commentary
Yeah,
of everybody. And that's the part that
exactly.
I do not like, because as those subscribers, we support financially with super
Yeah.
chats, cash apps. We support by
Clicking the
partic-
view.
yeah, clicking the view,
Yeah.
participating in the chat. If you take out the Prime, uh, subscription where you don't have to pay,
Mm-hmm.
watch commercials, they
Mm-hmm.
get a portion of that if they,
Right.
do enough content to meet that threshold. So
Right.
it's the subscribers to me that are getting the worst end of this stick, and I don't like it. I
I
don't like it
agree.
because the beef sector, particularly, has been very, very um entertaining for me. I
Right.
like the wish, it tickles my wishbone, my funny bone, with all of the fuckery and the foolery,
Yeah.
when it's
Yeah.
good. And I'm gonna just give
Yeah.
a good example. Last Thursday, I believe it was, or this past Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
QB did a throwback, and it was when him and Phi and Rebel did their, they was kind of mocking certain content creators. That
Mm-hmm.
shit was so funny, but it was
Mm-hmm.
old school, the way they engaged with one another and the way
Mm-hmm.
they roasted and gagged each other. It wasn't malicious, you know what I'm saying? It was
Right.
fun and entertaining. And that's the part that I enjoyed about the beef sector. And now what we get now is it's heartbreaking to see the transition,
Mm-hmm.
for me. And I had to, I
I
asked
agree.
YouTube camera, please drop your link. She didn't want to do it. I understand why she
She's
don't.
scared.
I
She's scared.
definitely, I understand why she don't. I appreciate
Mm-hmm.
you for allowing me to vent, because that's what I feel like
Absolutely.
I'm doing, is venting, because the
Mm-hmm.
I don't like how, what's going on with the beef sector. I feel like all the OGs are and I understand, people's lives changes, their
Mm-hmm.
perspective change, but for the subscribers, I'm watching this while I'm working on my job. I'm watching it while I'm cleaning, so
Right.
you can multitask and still watch the beef sector. You know what I
Entertainment.
mean?
Right. It is entertainment. Some of it is entertainment, and I agree with you. I think what it is, like I said, is other people striking the beef sector as well as the beef sector, and like I believe, Kimberly, I believe that it's people in the background too that's doing a little puppeteering as well.
Mm.
And we do enjoy this, and I thank you for being one of my queen mods, and I thank you for your subscription, because you've been here and you support a lot of people, B sector and not B sector, Kimberly. You do, and you're very unbiased. You're a very, very unbiased and fair person, and I appreciate you giving your perspective. I understand where you're coming from, but I think that at this particular point for me, that like he's saying dysfunctional behavior, but to a certain degree, I think some of it is a little bit out of control, and I believe that is the content creators, is not the subbies so much, but is the content creators' fault when they become so high and mighty and so arrogant
Mm.
towards um subscribers and other people. I think it's just some of their karma. That's just what I believe.
Mm. Mm.
um but yes, it is going to slow it down a little bit over here. Some people are still holding their own. Like I said, I would go live if I was a content creator, and I would just do my thing, because one monkey don't stop a show. But I do believe that now they are targeting content creators who have certain people on, and that's why YouTube cameras was afraid to drop her link.
Mm.
But then again, you don't ever have to be afraid to drop your link if you don't allow a certain decorum over, allow. And it's very hard for you to not, when you're a content creator and you drop your link, it's hard for you not to let people up on your platform. Because if you don't have an art with them, if you don't have any type of problems and why wouldn't you let them on your link,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
But
Mm.
when you know that two people, like I know Queen Diva and you don't get along, y'all can't stand, and I know how y'all talk, and I've been watching y'all, for a couple of years go at each other. I'm just saying it's hypothetical, and I
Right.
let both of y'all on the platform. Then I know chaos is going to ensue.
Right.
I know a bunch of B calling, you know, this is what they do. I know Yagget's calling gonna take place. I know talking about people, autistic children. I know people aesthetics gonna be talking about. So some of these things you know is going to happen on your platform. That's what makes you afraid. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because they coming for certain people, and you don't know who's gonna jump on your platform. So
And that's why decorum is very important. You know, because if you don't have some form of decorum or some kind of structure to allowing people up on your platform, even if you know two people don't like each other, don't allow them both up at the same time. And then on top of that, once you see that conversation is going, don't keep giving people the opportunity to say, I'm only going to, you know, you keep giving them multiple times to keep disrespecting you. Not so much the other person, but they're really disrespecting the content creator. And you keep giving them warnings and warnings and warnings. And that's where you get a problem. If they disrespecting you, then you know they're gonna disrespect your rules, you know.
And some of these content creators allow other people to get on their platform and just take over, and you can't control them. You just can't control them, and you don't. You know, as a content creator, I want to tell you, sometimes you put up with some people's BS. You know, for whatever reason, but there's a limit to it.
Right.
There's a limit to it. When you can't control something, they just go overtalk you. They gonna tell you what to do. They gonna get so upset with you that they calling you a bunch of bitches. Nah, I just can't have that. I will sit over here with 10 people before I allow that, Kimberly. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Because it's just not worth it. These people are totally disrespecting you, putting your platform in jeopardy. So that lets me know that you don't care about me. Yeah, when you do stuff like that, you simply tell me, I don't give a shit about you. I don't care about you. They could take your shit. I don't care. When you act like that, and I've asked you several times, hey, don't call Yaggets. Don't call Yaggets. Don't call Yaggets. You know, and you still get up here and do it. Yeah, you purposely doing it because you're giving them ammunition to snatch my damn channel. And that's why I say people need to be very careful who they think are their friends and who's really loyal to them or standing by them or whatever, supporting them. They're really not.
Yeah, you know what they say, when people show you who they are, believe them the first time.
A lot of people don't.
Yeah,
a lot of
but
people
I do have a lot of respect for those content creators, and I keep it specifically on the beef sector because that's my niche. But the content creators that don't do panels, that actually do one-on, you know, they do their whole thing by themselves, their commentary. I respect that a lot. You know, an occasional panel is good too, but this consistent panel business, that's consistent opportunity for, you know, for your channel to get taken.
Jeopardy. Let me tell you, they got everybody. It's people here who I could tell you, and you know this for a fact. We all know this for a fact. It's people here who just purposely come to your channel, watch it live, and they just record everything. Record everything. They got storage full of videos, everything that goes on, and when they get ready to come at you, they're gonna come at you. It is what it is.
Right.
And all of us done let some garbage go on our platform, thinking, and then that reaction, those reaction videos, they crazy. And here's the craziest thing. I have to give it to Tramp Stamp. I know you may not like the name I use, but Tramp Stamp could actually entertain by herself. She don't need a platform.
Right. I agree.
I've always said she was just that good. You know, you got to give people credit when credit is due, and I have to be fair. She's always been just that good that she don't need all these chaotic panels.
Yeah.
Yep. But you know, hopefully they recorded. Yeah. Oh, they recorded in Discord. And now let's talk about Discord too, Kimberly. I don't know.
Sure.
Okay. So they talk about limit Discord, limit everything. These people we can't trust. Limit can't trust those people. He just needs to recognize that. But again, we're not telling him what to do. But his Discord Lemon's Discord is actually good, and I'm gonna tell you why it's good. Because his Discord is creating content. No matter what type, which people say, he generates content. And so I believe he's allowing his Discord too to go on and things to come out about his Discord because it generates content for him.
Yeah,
That's what I believe Lemon is using his Discord to generate content
I
for
can
him.
agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
I've said this, and I think I said on my last slide, people could say what they want. He's a content creator. He's a content creator. May not be your type of content, but he's a content creator. Because everything, like I said, that's being done in that Discord, they make sure that it comes to the street and everybody, hey, Miss Toby, happy holiday. Everybody talks about it, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So I believe that's why he might like his Discord as a comfy, cozy spot. But I do believe that he know those ladies in there. All of them are not for him, but he know that they will put this shit out in the streets and everybody will talk about it. And he'll come back and like, oh God, I didn't know that. Somebody's leaking something out of my Discord. I don't know who it is, but you know who it is. You
yeah,
know who it is. I think you
exactly.
just like it because it generates content, conflict,
Yeah,
confusion, chaos, and drama. Because it's full of chaos and drama. Think about it.
yeah. But after it comes to a point too, where even you can only, for me, I'm only entertained for so long with a particular storyline, and the Discord and the group chats, everything has a cycle, and then to me
Yeah,
that cycle is over
that's
with.
true.
I'm not amused by it or entertained by it, but I know some people may be, and that's fine for those who are. But I disconnect after a period of time from, and I'm like looking for something else to watch, or
Yeah.
something else
Yeah.
is going on in the sector. But
Hmm. I agree with you. And I agree with you when you say that, Kimberly. We kind of tied of the Discord, but the Discord um, is actually drama filled. It's drama filled. And then you hear some people in there who's coming out on the streets and now they arguing and fighting with each other. You got people going on other people's platform fighting hard for him, fighting hard for him, you know. So
yeah,
they got their own thing. And right now, you don't see too much really happening around here, but that's all you hear about. And now you'll hear about the channel takedown plots.
hmm,
Yeah, people getting tired of the B sector, and some people are moving away from it, and it's sad. And I do believe, I believe that the OGs of this sector, I
hmm,
think they're not interested in what's going on now, so they don't even come on really.
yeah,
But
I agree.
I believe if Nika came back out here, Bree came back out here, Pizarro ain't never left nowhere. Spill It Boy and some of the others, if they came back out here and start doing content, I believe they could revive the B sector. But right now it's on life support. It's on life support.
And I
It
and
really
it's interesting you saying about the OGs, because
is.
I have seen some of the OGs, kind of peek their head in. I seen Sean, he jumped on Leo's platform, and
Mm,
Leo, of course, is an OG. And then I also see Phi Babe jumps in. Spill
mm,
It Boy jump in. Of
mm.
course, Jay Wilson has never went anywhere. He's been here. He's been consistent with
He's been
with his
consistent.
with his him providing content, even
Yeah,
though
he's
some people
been
don't
here.
like him or whatever. But
He's been here though.
yeah, he didn't. But he hasn't taken a break, is what I'm saying. And but
Yep.
I see them
Yep.
coming back, making, and even Rita has come back and did some commentary. But it's
Mm,
not. They're not getting so invested into. I
right.
think they're not entertained with what they're seeing, so they're not even giving commentary on what they're seeing. They talking about other stuff. You know what I mean? So it's
I think to this new 2.0, I don't believe they can carry the B sector. I don't
mm,
believe they could hold on. I don't believe that they could carry the B sector the way they think. Hold on.
sure,
This is a message.
sure.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I got it. I got it. I don't think they could carry the beef sector the way they carry the beef sector because I think people peep plays now, how they run plays and do different things. So, like I said, if the OGs don't really come back and do commentary, I don't think the beef sector now evolution takes place. It's not, I'm not saying that, oh, it's going to be dead, but because it's such a fighting inside now, and with all this stuff going on, it'll be hard for this 2.0 to carry the sector. You got good people who could come on here and do their thing, you know what I mean? But some of them don't get the support that they probably think they should get. You know, they not really heavy hitters. You might have one or two of them that's heavy hitters. So I don't believe the beef sector ever be the same unless people come out of retirement or whatever and they start just doing content. But then, too, Kimberly, let me ask you a question. Mainly, they were doing content and they were fighting each other. So my thing is, do you allow new people in to create new beefs, or you just keep the beefs among the beef sector? Now, as a subby, I want you to really answer that because I'm trying to figure it out.
So I do believe new content creators can come, start their platform so that there can be a different, flavors to the beef.
Mm-hmm.
However, a lot of the people that are coming into our sector are
Mm-hmm.
not new content creators. They're content creators from other sectors.
Right.
And those other sectors have their own philosophy of way they move, right?
Uh-huh.
The beef sector has always been pretty much roasting, gagging, and dragging, occasional strike. Never no one
Mm-hmm.
pulled up, with the exception of VS and S Hutchinson. They kind of
Mm-hmm.
did a little pull up. Well, S Hutchinson pulled up on her rather. But anyway, but for the most part, nobody really came to nobody's home. But they did do, of course, the calling CPS and that kind of stuff on each other.
Mm-hmm.
But it never went. The new people, some of the
Mm-hmm.
new people, I can't say all of them, but some of the new people coming into the sector now, they are pull up people, aka the Mo3 sector. They do that.
Oh, they don't
Pull up.
play.
They pull
Mm-hmm.
up on in their state.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't pulling up in
Right.
nobody else's state, but they will
Right.
pull up in their state.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so that's a new thing that's being introduced, and I think there's like what they call group striking. And I
Mm-hmm.
know I heard seen somebody type in somebody else's chat about, oh, we remember Group 10, but that I don't even believe that was a real group. They were striking people, but now I do believe with the
I
new people
believe the
coming
same
in
thing.
that they have groups that they have formed to
Mm-hmm.
strike people's channels. Where
Mm-hmm.
before it was never like a group effort to
Uh-huh.
take a channel down.
Mm-hmm.
It
MV
was.
said, oops,
Go ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, hon.
MV said last night, he asked YTC,
Mm-hmm.
YTC, if it's the people, the strike team that was out before, he said they're vicious. They definitely coming for you. And basically they don't miss. That's what he was telling YouTube cameras on limits yesterday. He said, YTC, you remember the strike team? If you remember, he said they're vicious and that they will come and they do terminate people channels.
Mm-hmm.
But see, do y'all remember that? Now this is Shakim. Somebody told me long time ago. I remember when the Umar boys came around with that messy ass binary. He's real messy. Let me keep your eye on binary, and I like binary. But somebody wrote me a long text because they knew the Umar boys and they've been here for years and they've been following them, right? And they told me they said that they were good for terminating channels, snatching channels. They were very good at that. And they say they'll make you comfortable, they allow you to use their stuff, and then they will come back and snatch your channel. Now that was what they had wrote me. They filled me in on who they were. They knew binary, they knew Shakim, they knew Umar, they knew D. They gave me the lowdown. Remember, it was a long time I told
Right.
y'all about them when they first came over. And they said that those particular people are good for snatching your channel. So it makes me question And it makes me wonder, do we really know who we sit amongst of and call friend?
Yeah, of course you don't. Of course
Yep.
we don't know. Nobody knows
Yep.
anybody. Even if you met them on one occasion, does not
Right.
constitute you being a friend. Or,
Right.
you may have look at them differently, but people on here, they tend to use the word friends and
Loose.
very loosely. I wouldn't because I meet somebody one time in the grocery store, don't make them my friend. Or you know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Or I meet them at the airport though, and I have a conversation with them, don't make them my friend. But they tend to
Mhm.
do that, and say, oh, they my friend. And so you think that they gave you some
Mm.
positive advice and now you're their friend. No, I'm not your friend. I don't know you.
Right.
Friends are people I engage with in person every day or, multiple times on a frequent
Right.
basis. No, I don't
Right.
I don't use that word loosely. So you can't say that
Mhm.
because somebody come and sit on your panel every day that they're your friend,
They
because they
say
can
they
turn.
their friend.
Yeah, because they'll turn on you in a minute if some people will. I mean,
Oh,
go ahead.
look, this is the shit I'm talking about. This is the shit I'm talking about. Read that. Can you read that?
Yeah, it says, good morning, 88 just kind of made YouTube end her live saying the comments can be striped. Also, because Gummy Bama was talking about her kids in the comments. Yeah.
This is
Eh,
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but
That's
yeah.
hey HLIC room shaker. I was in your bushes the other. That's what I'm saying. I just believe they coming and they coming for certain content creators. That's just what I believe, you know. Shakim
Mhm.
was the main person striking channels. I'm from Uma. Oh, okay, okay, Jajur. Okay, baby, and thank you so much for helping Miss T me her go. That's what they said. And I told you that person wrote me a long, and this person is very, very good, a good associate of mine who keeps me on top of everything going on. See, to have people wait, to have people come strike. Wow, yeah. Yeah, I tell you, you guys, it is an unfortunate thing because I do believe that all of us may incur somebody else's wrath. I do.
Mhm.
Because of other people, I think they just going to come for people who's not really involved. You know,
Mhm.
is an unfortunate, like you said, it's unfortunate because if you take down every content creator, where will they go? I don't necessarily believe that they'll go to other people, those people channel.
Exactly. And that's the misunderstood,
Yeah,
that you think if you take all these other channels down, that somehow those subscribers are going to come to you. That's not true.
exactly.
Because
I don't think so.
I subscribe to a lot of people, but I'm very selective about who I subscribe to too. And a lot of the new
Mhm.
people, I do not subscribe to them because I don't know them well enough. I haven't followed them enough. I don't know their history in their other sectors enough to really support them that way. Just
Now you know what I do go over, and this is this these are two content creators that I know that's not beef sector. I do go over to Room Shakers, and I go over to my girls Cooling and Max when they
Mhm.
come on. I don't know a damn thing they talking about, but I go over there to show my support because they support me.
Mhm.
Sometimes they talk beef sector, but very seldom. But most of the time they talking about their sector, and I'll just go, hey, hey, cooling or something, supporting you, but I don't know who the hell you talking about, to be honest. And
Right.
that's just because this is the person I am. You support me, I support you. And
Right.
I don't know what room shaking them be talking about sometime, but sometime I sit over there. Like I said, I caught it the other night, and Brooke was up there. I know Brooke and Hershey. Now I hadn't seen Hershey for a minute, but maybe I just missed it because I haven't really been here. But Hershey and Brooke was over there getting into it.
Mhm. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I seen that. I was in her
Oh
room
yeah, see.
live.
So I was in her bushes, but I don't think I ever dropped down because it was late at night. And I was surprised to see it. But that's what I do. I support people who support me. And a lot of times, if I don't know what the hell you talking about, I just want you to know I appreciate you supporting me and I'm giving it back to you in return. But I've been out of the loop a little bit. I'm getting back in the loop But this shit going on is crazy. And I do think they targeting YTC too. But I can't tell people, I can't warn people, I can't really tell people what to do. I just go ahead and stay in my lane.
I want to ask you a question because I know
Absolutely.
maybe you may know or not, but I had not seen Rodney, and I know they said his channel got struck,
I
but I
think
don't know.
his channel got struck.
But was it terminated or was it just struck where he can't go
I don't
live?
know. I don't know. Diva and I was talking about we hadn't seen Montney around in a while.
But
Yeah, he
usually, even
hasn't.
when they get struck and they can't go live, you usually see them on somebody else. And I know he's a fan of Ness, so I would expect him to be on Ness's platform at least, But I
Yeah,
hadn't even seen him over there, so I'm just, when I don't see typically most people there's follows the beef sector closely, and if I don't see that content
I don't
creator or
know.
I don't see a particular subscriber, I always go to like, I wonder what happened to them or where they at because people,
Right,
so I
right.
was just curious.
I
I
don't
hope
know. We
if
asked
he's
about
listening,
that
I hope you're
yesterday.
okay, Rodney. And,
But I do remember him saying that he got a new job, and I
mhm,
think this job may entail him to be more abreast of what's going on with work, is a
mhm,
little more high level,
mhm,
according to him. So I'm hoping that's what he's doing, just focusing on his new job and probably not here. But I think they did uh flag his channel, but I don't know if it's struck where he can't go live.
mhm.
I don't know if anybody know, put it in the chat. Oh, he got one strike. He got one strike. But again, you don't have to have 3 strikes for your channel to be terminated either,
Right.
Kimberly. Thank you so much for putting it down there. And if you're a content creator, we really need to read the guidelines. You know what I mean? Because you don't have to have more than one strike for them to terminate your channel or demonetize it. You don't have to. Oh, Lee Pepper said he could still go live. I just think he may be focusing on his new job
Oh, that's
because he
good.
did say that. But you're right. It's strange that you haven't seen him because he normally follows Ness wherever she goes.
Mhm,
And I haven't seen him even I don't watch her, but I haven't seen him in Shakim's. I didn't see him in Uppity. And normally, they travel in like a little pack, and I ain't saying that's a bad thing, but she got some staunch supporters that follow her wherever she go. When she fall out with Pizarro, they'll fall out with Pizarro. When
mhm.
she go back to Pizarro, they'll go back to Pizarro. That's what I don't like. Mind control. I don't like people that's just so damn led by somebody else that really is led by someone else. But that's their thing. They go all grown. But I noticed that if you fall out with somebody, then the whole, I guess, staunch supporting crew fall out with them too. If you go back over there, they follow you like little piglets, chicklets. So I think he's staying low because they probably will come for his channel too. They probably will strike his channel too.
Mm.
This is so sad, Miss T. It is sad because they're gonna take out the beef sector. I mean, and people are saying, "Oh, can't nobody touch the beef sector?" No, these people y'all done fucked with y'all and invited them over. Y'all done got coochie crunched. That's old. You done got so, and now they coming for your damn near your whole sector. You in the clouds, messy Marvin? Now this is a messy one too, but he's not a harmful messy. He's just a troll messy Marvin, but he's not a harmful person. Like I don't believe he's trying to cause his buddy any harm. Jay Dunn I stopped playing. Simon says when I was young, yeah, Jay Dunn is crazy. I've been saying, oh, I don't know, Jay Dunn is crazy. Jay Dunn do one thing about Jay Dunn, and I said I was gonna stop mentioning her name, but this is not in a bad fashion. Well, it could be. She's relentless. She's like a pit bull. When she locks in, she don't let go. And that could be dangerous to some people. If she knows the YouTube game, eventually she's going to get you. If you done, you know what I mean? If there's anything she could get or anything she used, she's going to do that. And I just think that little war started with Shakim and Jay Dunn. when they took Lemon Page. I think that was the beginning of it. But now it went, it went outside the sector. So it is. King Kyle struck him. He showed his picture. Everyone warned him. Oh yeah, I think King Kyle struck Rodney, but I think he still could come live. I would hope that he's just either laying low, because you got people who's really scared, Kimberly, and that's a shame. That's a shame, because there's enough money. That's what I mean. I was having a conversation with my husband, and we was talking about yesterday, and I said it's just so sad that some of us, and I'm not generalizing everybody, but some of us are so conditioned to destroy each other. Is enough money out here for us really to support everybody like a content creator for something that is enough money to go around, that we don't have to snatch channels? And I'm talking about the beef sector.
Right.
They don't have to go against each other, but we got people in the beef sector going against us, going against the beef sector. So yeah, Binary be spitting some truth. He be spitting some truth. Y'all might not like him, but he be spitting some truth over there, And I like, I've always liked his comment, but he's messy as hell, or dangerous to her real life. I don't know. And she admits that when she does it. I don't know what they talking about. Yes, when Jay Dunn starts, she can't stop. Leave her alone and she'll leave you alone. That's true. And that's why I said I think that was kind of like a bad move last night, because you don't have somebody coming on your platform. Kimberly, do you agree, as a content creator, and I'm a channel holder, would you allow somebody to come on your platform and tell you, put them down, get them down, drop her? How would you feel as a content creator? I want to be honest. I don't want it just to be me.
Yeah, absolutely not. Nobody.
Yeah.
If I'm a content creator, and which I consider myself one to a certain degree,
You
but
are.
I would not, absolutely not allow anyone to tell me how to run, what to do, what to say on my channel. Absolutely not. If I let you up on my platform to communicate, with the commentary, you're not going to dictate to me how I operate my channel. And that, to me, is another level of disrespect. But again, people don't have, I hate to keep using the word decorum, but there's an etiquette, just in general, with how you handle yourself when you're among other people. You just, and they don't tend to utilize that when they're on these platforms. And I don't know, I guess because they say it's social media. Well, no, I think it has something to do with your maturity level.
I think so too. I think so too. And I think some of these people are good enough draggers, or what they call it, dragging, that they don't have to go after people, kids. They don't have to get so dark. Because I think their words, their mouths are like swords, But a sword could be double-edged too.
Yeah. That's
but
true.
They sharp with it. They sharp with some of these drags and stuff. I don't think you have to go as low as it goes, but that's what is known for over here. So I don't know. Binary Messy, he doesn't hide it. He does. Yep, he does, Gemini. That's one thing about it. He's messy, but he doesn't hide it. And I know people, like to stick with the beef sector, but he gives some raw, uncut truth commentary over there. He does. He does. And my thing too, Kimberly, we talked about this a little earlier. I think it's kind of refreshing to see new people over here.
Yeah.
I feel as though, from just hearing other people talk about it, they don't like how the new people come over here. But it goes back to what you were saying, decorum. Those new people I have had, when Shakim first came in, Binary, I've had them on my platform, and I'm just saying, because those are the only two that I know was new who came in that people had a lot of problems. Never disrespect me. Never,
Right.
To this day, they never disrespect. I think is what you allow in your house. And I don't think it's so much as new people, because we always want new. It's a business. You want new customers.
Right.
You do want new customers. So I have a hard time when everyone or when I hear people, don't let them over here. No, they shouldn't over here. This is the beef sector. They shouldn't come up. I don't believe
You
that
don't
people,
subscribe to that.
huh?
You saying you don't subscribe to not allow?
I don't subscribe to that. Nope. I will allow you to come in my home as long as you act accordingly. You know what
Right.
I mean? This is a different type of show over here. Now you could do you could go to other people's houses and let them run their show, but this, hey, Dham, this is a different type of show over here. And as long as you respect that, I don't mind you being new, because how can we grow?
Right. Right.
But people allow, people treat you the way you
You allow them.
you allow them to treat you right. Thank
Mhm.
you, baby. I was getting it. People treat you the way you allow them to treat you. And some of these people are only doing what's being seen over here. And you have a problem with it, but they do the same thing. That's where I can't get into. No, he shouldn't be over here saying it. You guys do the same thing. This is what you welcome in. That's a fact. People only go treat you the way you allow them to treat you. They only go respect your platform the way you allow them to respect your platform. And I'm not perfect over here, because y'all know we done had some funky little shows over here, real funky. But I don't let them get to a certain level. I'll just in my live or terminate or drop everybody. And I think you are responsible for your platform, and you should be very careful. Hey, baby, how are you? Good. Hold on. Hello, y'all doing the show. I'll have
Oh,
you.
you,
Yeah, I got the grandkids. I got everybody. We gonna get ready to cook out here later on. I was up at the store early, y'all, 6:30 in the morning.
oh, okay. That's the best time to go.
Oh, I
Early
go
before, especially on a holiday weekend.
exactly. And my granddaughter asked me, who's up at the grocery store? I said, I'm gonna be up. I'm gonna be at the grocery store, and everything is stopped. Somebody who's gonna be at the grocery store 6:30. I'm gonna be there. I don't
Yeah.
have a problem.
Yeah.
I
That's the
don't.
actually that's the best time to go because
It
they
is.
restock. I like to go early
Yeah,
in the morning when they stocking the shelves. Stuff is
me
all
too.
organized and
Me too. And you get in and get
get
out.
out. Hmm.
And if you want to lay back down, you lay back down. That's what I believe. If you tired, just get up and get it over with. I came in late last night. Like I said, I was watching Lemons, and then I went over to Shakim's. I had watched the snippety of Uppity. Oh, somebody sent me Heat video too. Y'all can watch that on your own. I believe it's based on who the new people come here and attack. They gave the Umar boys so much hell when they came, but audio came out the gate attacking Jay Dunn, and he was more accepted. Wow. Yeah, I think it's who you like and who you don't like. Yeah, I think it's who you like and who you don't like. I know he got into it with Ken and Sunny and them. I do know that. Dang, Miss T, you just made me want to go to the grocery store and get some ribs or just go out to eat. Baby, I got everything I needed.
Me
I
too.
had to set my table up and everything. And then I'll lay down. Double standards. Limit said he would nut on Diva. Yeah. Oh, that was nasty too. But see, we Ling ain't no double standards, because I think that's gross too. And I didn't agree with that when he did that to her. But she took care of his ass. I don't have to fight for Diva or nobody. Diva took care of his ass. And she's another one. You just listen. When you start trouble with her, you just better be ready, because she's definitely gonna lock in like a pit bull too. But no, I don't think it's good when they say that nasty shit either. But I leave when they start getting nasty and talking like that.
Yeah, me too.
I just leave the show.
Yeah.
I don't have to stay there. I don't have to talk about it. I don't have to be in. Thank you, D Ham. I don't have to be in the chat saying, "Oh, I'm gonna leave. I'm leaving. I'm going. Oh, this skin girl." I just leave. I
Hmm.
don't want to hear. I don't want to hear about your sex life. I don't want to hear you talk nasty like that about women with your private parts and shit. I just leave. It's just that simple.
Exactly.
And when I get tired, Sometimes, Kimberly, I take breaks from a lot of this over here and I just go over somewhere else and watch them. I was watching the Menendez story, Monsters,
Mm-hmm.
and it's hard for you to believe what really happened because the parents aren't here to say.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a perfect title, Monsters. Those boys, if you believe their testimony and you believe according to this story, they was traumatized. They have been abused for years by their parents, to include the mother saying she didn't want them. They regretted having them, right? The father and stuff like that. So when you watch it, you never say this, and I don't want to say this the wrong way, Kimberly, but hear me.
Mm-hmm.
When people are traumatized and they abused like that and they are beaten and downtrodden, they come back
With
vicious.
just mm-hmm.
And a lot of these people who do some of this sick shit and say this sick shit, that's who they really are. YouTube is just an outlet for them to take it out on other people. Some of these people are abused and traumatized.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
don't know who this is, but I'm gonna put him in timeout because I've done spoke about this. So this I don't know. Ken Nola talks about blinking kids. Let's get this out my chat because they're using the wrong word. I just banned the user. Fuck it. I ain't gonna even take no chance with it. I just banned them. Mm-hmm. Beef Sector Scared of J Dunn was banned, and they're coming. Oh no, this is the one I want to ban right here. So they gonna keep coming in. I think I banned the right one. Yeah. So I don't agree with none of that shit, and I've said it over and over and over and over again. I don't agree with none of that. But okay, so if you believe the story, their parents like sexually abused them, physically abused them, mentally abused them, didn't want them. And I believe because the mother had loved the father so much and sat by and watched him do these things to the boys. Did y'all hear 88 say she flagged uppity? See, I just said it, but anyway, because they were so traumatized, abused, I believe that at one point this is how they carry out this act. Do I agree with it? Absolutely not. But again, abused people will abuse other people. Traumatized people bond together to traumatize other people sometimes, and not always so. And I think some of these people are trauma bonded, and I think they are abused in this sector when they go so dark. See, because I can't imagine some of the things coming out my mouth that some of these people say,
Yeah.
And so when it gets to that point, I just boogie. I said all that to say this, but those boys was abused. If you believe the story, because their parents aren't here to tell it, the way they characterize them in this story and the parents and stuff, you almost could see why they probably snapped.
Yeah.
Years and years and years of abuse. They was worthless. They didn't want them. They hated them. The stuff that was being said to them. But again, this is their story. We'll never know their parents' story, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a sad story because you never know the true story, like you said, because both
Exactly.
the people that are deceased now. So, but to go to that extreme, and it's unfortunate because you would think that there would have been some form of outreach, as far as like the kids going to school. They have counselors in school, they have nurses in school. Somewhere along the way, uh, the system kind of failed them because somebody should have
Exactly.
picked up on the fact that those kids were being abused to the degree
Yeah.
and intervened in that
Mm-hmm.
situation. For them to have to murk their parents,
Yeah, that shit was
that's
crazy.
that's extreme. You know what I mean?
It
So
is extreme. But I could never really justify that, but I just want to kind of you know, look at it from a different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
In
Mm-hmm.
the story, it says as if they was afraid that the parents was going to murk them first.
Mm.
And so they end up murking the parents. What I believe it was is that they just decided, hey, let's just get rid of them. And they only came back and got rid of the mother because this is in the story, because she was so committed to the father.
Mm.
That's what she said, because she was so committed to the father, they took her out. But you know, when you see something like that, the way they just did their parents, it was a crime. It was a passion of crime, right? You
Mm.
say a
Mm.
crime of passion, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think that's it. Yeah,
Yeah, a passion of crime.
yeah, yeah. Just the way they did it, they went back and made sure. Now you already know they unalive, but you go back to continue to murk the mother and the father to make sure you already blew the face. So it's just a crazy thing that people could be driven though. Sometimes people could be good people, but from years of abuse and trauma, they turn bad. It's the same with on here,
Yeah,
Kimberly.
I was just getting ready to say the parallel to the beef sector.
I was okay. Go ahead. You can take over. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so and that's the same way I feel happens in the beef sectors.
Yeah.
People that have been doxxed to, to the umpteenth power, turn around and do the
Yeah.
same, end up doing the same thing to other people, and it's because they have been traumatized. They may not want to admit it. They've been traumatized because they've been doxxed, they've been
Yep.
stalked, and all of those things.
Yep.
And then they turn right around and become the victim. They were a victim, now they become the person that's doing the victimizing.
Yep. The
And
victimizer.
so it's it's
Mhm.
it's parallel. They do the same thing. So now a hurt person is hurting other people,
Yep.
you know.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's exactly what's happening. A hurt person is hurting other people. And again, we don't know these people real lives, but what we have observed in the amount of years we've been here,
Right.
some of these people are on here all day. So that gives you an indication that they don't really have people in real life,
Mm-hmm.
and this is their life. So
Mm-hmm.
they take a lot of this into heart and they take it serious. And this is an outlet for them to be malicious, be malicious and demonic and diabolical and mean. And you right, this place could turn you out. Because I remember coming on here. Hey, Miss Shereen, I remember coming on here and my whole thing was to be positive, to uplift people, and try to be a positive platform where people could come to and get a little bit of light, right? Even in this dark place, I still, and for years, I'm still positive. Now I get a little wonky sometimes and get him, but for the most part, I'm really positive. But you only could take so many people calling you bitches, talking about your family, talking and doing all these crazy things. And even though it's a virtual world, because I don't accept that in my real world, it's easier for me to snap,
Mm.
And I try not to. I try real hard not to.
Mm.
Yeah, that's true. I really try not to. Hey, YTC, you good, baby? But my thing is it's unfortunate, but these people can turn you. That's why I say if you on here years enough, and people come at you and you really they don't want you to be peaceful. They don't want you to spread positive. They don't want you to uplift each other because we're so busy being torn down, beaten, that's just our mentality. A lot of not when I say ours, but a lot of people mentality over here. And
And
it is what it is.
I have to disagree with that part because,
Okay.
and I see Daka, I think it's Daka in the chat. She's saying the people don't want positivity. I don't agree with that. I mean, people want to see jokes and giggles and light roasting and gagging,
Mm-hmm.
but I do feel like people want to see some positivity as well. every, some people, I mean, there's a balance. There's some people that just straight gutter and all they want is negativity.
Right.
And then there are people, subscribers, that want to see some positivity also. They don't, it's not strictly about all the, the negative
Chaos,
portions of
right.
it too. And
Hmm.
they do have content creators that are adjacent to the beef sector, like a Jill, a Ronnie
Hmm.
Q, now that she doesn't do beef sector commentary. There are
Right.
some, Carrie. There's hundreds of them. I don't want to miss anybody because I don't want anybody to feel like I'm neglecting them. But there are other content creators that are adjacent to B sector that do positive things. So
Mhm.
but they don't get those
There
people
you
in their
go.
chats like
There you
that.
go.
So, but they do get support.
They do.
Maybe not to the magnitude that all
Hmm.
the roasting and gagging people get,
Right.
but I personally enjoy all of it, but I like to have a balance in my life, period.
Right.
I just have to have a balance. I can't have all negativity and no positive shit going on. That's not healthy mentally
So,
or physically.
so I think she's saying the same thing you saying. She's saying, but if you look at the views of the people or the
Right,
content creators that do that, the views are really low.
right,
Right. But that's true. But one thing, excuse me, I've learned, I've never really changed who I am. I never changed who I am. Like I said, very seldom you may see a shit show. I come on and do the same thing, right? And you just have to hang in there and grow. Because like you said, Kimberly, there are people here who wants to see positivity. Now they not gonna say, hey, go over to Kimberly. She over there talking about politics, say for instance. But Ronnie Q got her people.
right.
Ronnie Q got her people over there, people who come over there religiously to see her. Oh, go over there. They putting on makeup. Everybody may not, but Kimberly got her people, and then eventually you'll grow.
Mm.
You'll grow because some people do get tired of the consistent chaos and drama all the time because their real lives are not filled like that. And you have to find a balance. I agree with you. And I think is hard. That's why I believe that some people who just dwell in chaos and all this shit all the time, they really not happy in real life.
Mm. That says a whole lot, doesn't it?
You can't be. You
That says a
can't be
whole
that
lot.
dark though, Kimberly, and constantly want darkness in your life.
Mm.
It is something missing. That's why I said I think some people, probably is going through something or have gone through something, maybe with the C-19 or in their lives, but YouTube allows you to bring that on here. So it allows you to lash out at other people. It'd be some shit coming out these people's mouth that I was like, oh no, no, don't say that.
Mm.
Because your tongue is powerful.
Yeah.
The words you speak are powerful.
Mm.
So it is what it is. I watch Ronnie Q every morning from the clouds as I get ready for work. Yeah, and she keeping you abreast of what's really going on. Yeah, the algorithm for you shifts when you change your content. You have tons of rebuild with your new audience. That's why they tell you the niche and super niche. Yeah, you do. You just have to keep going. If you do crafts, when Jilly Jill and all them do crafts, she got a mellow little show that sipping wine. I missed that, but she has some mellow stuff and some good shit over there too. She put into her channel now, Jill, and you don't get as many people, but eventually the people will come because it's just like anything else. Someone will tell someone, and someone will tell somebody else, and somebody else, and then eventually you'll grow.
And I also feel like, as far as like the channels that really don't do B sector commentary, I feel like, of course, they don't get the redirects and they don't get the
Oh yeah,
share of their
yeah,
channels like they would do in the
yeah,
for the beef sector ones. But I feel like they also should be networking with people outside of the beef sector,
yeah,
the channels that are cohesive with what they're trying to type content that they're trying to do. That's where you get the new subscribers is
mhm,
collaborating with people
yeah,
outside, not in this sector, because you can only get so many subscribers. We already
Right.
got shared subscribers. You're not going to get any new subscribers from
Right.
out of this area like that after you've been here so many years. And so you need to, this is just my opinion, network with people outside of the sector that does the same type of commentary or content that you're presenting, like if it's cooking or if it's crafting or if it's DIYs, or even if it's like
Right.
Ronnie Hughes is now doing politics. There's so many other
Oh yeah.
content creators that do that. Reach out. That's not what I would do if I was actually
Yeah.
getting ready to start doing content. I'd reach out to them and ask, like, hey, can I come on your show? Can we talk?
True.
Can I, that's how you network to get outside of this sector, to get different subscribers, to get different points of views and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But if you just stay right here and then you waiting on the few, we drop the people's channels and stuff and share each other, but that's only going to get you so far in this
Right.
in this area of YouTube.
Right. When you want to network. So with that being said, Kimberly, then we go back to what's wrong with the new people that's coming over here.
Yeah.
Because somebody went and got them, or they came over here somehow, and they doing the same thing. They creating drama and beef and stuff. So what's wrong with them coming over here? This is the beef sector. They want to beef.
I think some of the new content creators that are coming over, I think it's a growing period. You have to, for me anyway, I have to watch them before I just subscribe to them. And I watch them not on their channel. I watch how they engage on other beef sector channels before I actually subscribe. I just recently subscribed to Binary, and I told him in the chat, earn my subscription. Okay, that's how I move. Is really, if I have to see how you behave on other people's channel. If you show me that you're one of those ones that are quick to go on children, you quick to do the doxing, you quick to do all that stuff that I know that is against the YouTube guidelines, I'm not getting ready to follow you. I'm not, because I'm not going to follow you for the simple fact that I know that you will do. There's a possibility that you would do me that way as a subscriber. You don't have no limits. That's my point. Is you don't have no limits to what you will do, and I won't subscribe to you. And there's some people that have been here in the beef sector. I remember when they came in and they did the attack on the children, and they did they did the doxing and stuff. I still have not subscribed to them, but people consider them beef sector. I don't subscribe. If you show me your ass, for lack of a more professional word to use, your gluteus maximus. If you show me that, I'm not gonna subscribe to you, because that's my standard. That's my standard.
Some of Sagittarius Queen says she disagree to a certain extent. They here for hold on, Kimberly. Let me go. I'll be right back.
Yeah, she said that I disagree somewhat. I think they're here for the money. And they're all here. Everybody's here that's a content creator. They're here to generate some form of money, be it cash apps or an accent check. That's should be the goal for the content creator. But the goal also should be, whatever your goal is for your channel. I'm just gonna put it there. Mz.Teavalocity will be back momentarily. What you say, Latasha Phillips? No new friends. I understand. JB, what you say? I agree. I still haven't subscribed to many of the content creators in the sector. All right. I was
Well,
just reading the chat for you while you were gone.
I hate when people come in your chat. I'm sorry, Kimberly, and tell you what you like, what you allow, that really bothers me when they lump everybody in. But I guess that's what we do sometimes, speak in general. But there's a lot of shit that I don't agree with. A lot of stuff, and I can't sit here and beat no adults and tell them what to say. They have made, this is the rules and the guidelines over here. rules over here is you can't tell people how to fight.
Mm.
And so I have a hard time sometimes, you know, I get where you come from. That's the right thing to do when you come in here and you just start doxing, start dragging kids, start calling beasts. It is mucked up, you know, but I wonder if people really believe, and like you say, you should sit up in the clouds and study the people before you start hitting platforms. But I wonder, do people believe that's the way in though, Kimberly?
Um, hmm, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that would
I
be a
just feel
tough
like
one.
you just have to, study your opponent if you're gonna do the beef sector, honey. You study your opponent because they can become. You can't tell anybody how to fight, but
Right.
you can monitor what you watch.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
can monitor what I watch, and
Right.
you can
Right.
fight
And if it
however you
was
feel necessary. Don't mean that everybody's gonna watch it.
exactly, and when they do the redirects and who's next, that don't mean everybody gonna follow. Just because
Sure
they
don't.
like you, they may not like me.
That's right.
Just
That's
because they like me, they may not like you. So all
mm,
that redirect, that's cool. Because again, I told you you have followers, and then sometimes people just want some place to go. You know, they
mm,
want just some place to go. But I do. I just try to stand on my own, and hey, it is what it is. You can't tell them nothing over here. Yeah, it is what it is. You know, I hated that some people's channel gonna go down because I know people work hard for it, but I can't lie. Some, you know, for me, I really don't give a damn one way or the other, and I just hate to be. I mean, it is what it is. I really don't care for them. I don't care for it, and it is what it is. I always believe karma is a bitch, and I also believe is what you put out in the universe, it returns to you 100-fold.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, and
I'm
you
not gonna
gotta
say
be
that I don't
careful how you
care
touch
about
people.
anybody's channel being taken down because I do
I
agree
know,
that they work.
I
Yeah,
know, Kimberly.
I,
You and I,
I know they work hard, but see, I don't have a problem with any of the CC. At least none that I
mhm,
know of. They haven't made it known to me that they got a problem with me. And if they
yeah,
do, oh well, that's your problem, and you can keep that problem right on over there in your house because I'm not accepting it. I don't
mhm,
welcome it. But yeah, I don't want to see anybody's channel
yeah,
removed that's been actually working to build their content.
yeah,
I don't want to see that, but
yeah. I better pray
I
on that
understand
now.
those who do. I understand
No,
those
I
who
don't
do.
know. No, it's not the fact that I would do anything to ever, you know, set out to be a part of somebody's channel getting taken or
Right.
anything like that unless they did something directly to me.
Mm,
Unless they do something directly to me. But I also believe that humility goes a long way. And when you
mm,
have a business, you need to be very careful how you treat your customers because we all are customers because this is a business. And when you start disrespecting your customers and
yeah.
allowing things to happen, then it is what it is. But I don't wish no ill will on anyone. But I'm not gonna say I'm sad. If I'm not, I'm not gonna sit here
Right.
and lie, you know. I
Right.
mean, I would love to lie, but that's just not who I am. I really do.
Not love to lie.
I would love to lie, but I really don't give a shit, you
Right.
know. And I think it would be vice versa for me. I
Mm,
think some people wouldn't just give a shit. Like
yeah.
the other day, Brianna had shouted me out and had told people I was going live, right? So I
Mm,
rescheduled. So I dropped down and Breeze and I said, Bree, thank you so much. Because Diva had told me about. I said, thank you so much. I had to reschedule it. Somebody was over there saying, oh, you didn't have to reschedule it, boo. Now they wasn't saying that in a good way.
right.
It's like,
Right.
fuck you.
Yeah.
You didn't have to reschedule. I don't watch your ass nowhere. You ain't nothing. So everybody don't like me.
Yeah.
I know that, right?
Yeah.
So everybody wouldn't care if they took my shit. Now y'all could sit up there, and I ain't talking about you. People could sit up there and lie and pretend like, oh, I'm so sad. I'm not going to sit here and lie. It's just not. I would love to be along with, the crowd and say, "Oh, I feel bad. I wish they wouldn't." I I just can't say that. I really don't care one way or the other.
Mhm.
That's just to be honest. I don't know, Kimberly.
No, that's fine, Miss T.
You
But
know,
that's your perspective of it, and I understand
right,
your perspective because that's true that everybody is not going to be everybody's cup of tea, And so I get those who don't like a certain
come
person,
on.
don't care if they get their channel struck, don't care if they ever go live again in life, don't care if they, whatever. But for me, my only
Right.
reason I say it is because I do subscribe
You
to the
do.
majority of the
Right.
beef sector, and I don't take what they say personally. I don't
Mm-hmm.
take on their beefs that they have with other CCs. I don't I don't rah rah for other CCs in the
Yeah,
chat.
you done.
That's not. I'm there to get the one or two lines that may be funny to me. That's what
Yeah.
that they may say. That's where I get my life at. If you can say something that tickles my funny bone, that's what I'm there for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not there for you to talk about somebody's kids, talk about how they
Yeah.
take care of their kids, how they
Mm-hmm.
look. That's not funny for me. But when you say something really funny,
Yeah, that's what you here
like
for,
like I said, when
entertainment.
QB was imitating Rick Reed and he was showing how much guy he was getting out of his body, that shit was funny to me. That's the kind of stuff that makes me laugh. But
Exactly.
when it gets really dark or gets really, gutter, ghetto, hood, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever terminology you want to use, I usually check all the way out and I go find
Yeah,
somewhere else to go and engage
me
at.
too. Me too. I don't say anything. I just go ahead and check out. When
Right,
I saw some things happening, I just went on over and watch other channels, and
right.
because you should view it as entertainment. But again, I'm gonna get ready to get off of here
Sure.
because I've been on here 2 hours. But I thank you so much for joining me, Queen. I respect everything you said
I appreciate you,
because
Mz.Teavalocity.
one thing I know about you, Kimberly, you are a subscriber of many, many channels, and you've always been fair and unbiased. And I like that, and I appreciate you for being one of my mod queens. I truly, truly do appreciate you, Kimberly. And I
I
like the way you move in these streets. You never get mixed up in mess, and you never be messy. You just enjoy it.
thank you.
And
I
that's what a
appreciate
lot
you
of
saying
us
that.
should do. Yeah.
I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, well, you have a great Memorial Day weekend with your family.
Thank you.
I am going to barbecue. I got my ribs already marinating. I got my
Uh-oh.
hamburgers and hot dogs and shrimp and stuff ready.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a good time this weekend. I got a 4-day weekend. So thank you, Jesus, for that.
Me too. Me too. I got a 4-day weekend and I'm like glad. And I told my family, come on, be over early.
Mhm.
Look, they thought tomorrow's a holiday. Why you? Nope, be over here early. Let's get this stuff cooking and let's get this shit packed up and go home. And go
Starting
home.
early so you can go
And
home
so
early, huh?
I can rest for tomorrow.
Right, right.
I have had some long days at work and I've been very, very tired taking care of my loved one
Yeah.
and working, and
And
I
I,
have to be laser focused. So it's
yeah,
just last night the other night I was in the hospital until 12:58, and then it's hard for me to go to sleep with other
right,
stuff, knowing
right.
what's happening. Hey, Jack.
Yeah.
So the next day I went to work because that's what I do. And I was so tired.
Yeah, I know
So
that has to be taxing to still work, and then you have a loved one that's going through health challenges. And I do want to
yeah.
tell you personally, I wish you and your significant others, of course, speedy recovery and nothing but prosperity and good health going forward. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, do whatever you have to do.
Thank
I understand because I ain't gonna lie, I be looking at you, I see she got a live schedule, and then I look back at the clock and then it be done change the time. I'm like, ugh, here
Girl,
she
change
go.
the time of day. Look, I got the grandkids, the husband, everything, and I was like, "Oh, I can't." And Diva keeps saying, "Oh, Miss T, you can't keep scaring them." I said, "Baby, I just can't. I got too
Yeah,
much going on. I would love to come down, but I can't.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your busy schedule to do so with all of that going on in your life. Again, I wish you nothing but well and your family as well. And happy Memorial Day to everyone in the chat. And I'm going to drop down, huh? You have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much for hosting with me today. I appreciate you, Queen.
No problem.
So, you guys, it's been 2 hours. I'm super tired. And I'm just tired, baby. I've been up late. So anyway, I appreciate you all for sharing your day, your beginning of the holiday. I want y'all to be safe out there and listen here. I'm not one to just sit up here and lie to go along with the crowd. I normally don't go along with the crowd, but if I feel some kind of way, I really feel some kind of way, and I'm being honest. Like I said, I'm not liked by everyone, and I don't like everyone. And if something happens to them, it is what it is. I just have to be honest. I don't feel no kind of way. It was many, many warnings long time ago about what was coming the beef sector way. And the beef sector ain't no punks. They ain't no punks now, for sure. But sometimes it is other forces to be reckoned with. And we may not always want those problems. And so hopefully some people are really watch what goes on their panels, because you already know that people are coming, whether it's in the beef sector, teaming up with another sector. It is what it is. It's hard to piss. Yeah, here it is.
Thank you.
See, it's nonstop. It's hard to really be it's hard to damn, my granddaughter just asked me something in the my throat went out the way. Anyhow, I don't sit here and wish ill will on anyone or wish bad. But sometimes we have to be real careful at what goes on our platforms. We have to, because we're responsible, and the repercussions could come from just having people on your platform, your panelists. And is it fair? Who really says what's fair over here? Is I don't know. Is what it gives, is what is due. With that being said, I want everyone to have a happy holiday. Please be safe out there. Enjoy your loved ones. I appreciate you all. Make sure you hit that like button. I'll try to come back, but I'm going to do a members only because I met my goal. And the members only is going to be a messy live that I do for members only. So if you're a member, make sure you try to join me. Hey, Hypnotic Touch, thank you so much for help joining me my last live. But with that being said, listen, stay in your lane, hold your own, and be true to yourself. That's all you have to do. And with that, I'll see y'all on the flip side. Thank you so much for joining me.